Welcome to this week's Talking Codswallop. I am Gemma.
I'm James.
And I'm Junior.
Yay! Hi!
That's pretty cool. Junior's been allowed to speak.
He's always been allowed to speak, James. Don't be bringing up stuff that we talk about off mic, you. All I said is that it's separate audio. Please, can we try not to talk over each other? Go on, Junior.
I have nothing to say.
Okay. So it's going to be an episode this week. Yes, for the purposes of this recording, as the lovely James Jr. just demonstrated, that James Stafford is going to be called James and James Jr. is going to be called Junior, because otherwise my head is literally going to explode with getting confused of who's which James, and even though you both sound different. So,
you nearly said similar then.
No, I nearly said separately. And I don't know why I was thinking separately, so I didn't say similar at all.
Don't annoy the man who has what looks like two people hanging from his microphone.
Yes, exactly. Who are they?
It's us.
That?
It's a warning to us.
No, these are two of my rarest Lego figures. They are Indiana Jones Senior and Junior.
Oh,
They might be.
And they are key rings. You can't get them anymore. And I used to wear Lego Indiana on my police vest. He had my handcuff keys on him.
Oh, very good.
So now he lives on my microphone with his dad and in the trademark motorcycle and sidecar.
Fantastic. Well, there you go. I think we might have to, when you have a moment, take a photo of that so that we can show the salted tadpoles what we're talking about as well. Not right this second, though. But I'm dictating already. All right, you can take a photo right now. Go on, then. So, guys, salted tadpoles, this is our first official recording of 2025. So, woohoo, everybody. Woo. Yeah, the world's calm. Everything is well. Nothing's changed. It's still the same as, well, let's face it, every other year. So,
no, it isn't, Gemma.
What do
the
you
world's
mean?
Covered in snow.
Okay, well,
True.
this world isn't covered in snow.
It's all right. You'll be getting it soon because it's supposed to be creeping down.
Oh, is it?
So we're getting the second version of it.
Oh, no.
It's coming back for us, apparently.
Oh, God.
Should we get into Codswallop straight away then, or did you want to talk about how your Christmas and New Year is first?
Well, Christmas and New Year were bearable, and then strangely we got hit with this freezing cold, frigid crap.
Okay, let's jump into the Codswallop first then, so we can get this all off our chest, because I've got a couple of Codswallops as well, which is not related to white stuff that's about 6 inches long. So
Hang on. Hey, cheeky, calm down. We're not that. That's the After Dark podcasting. And isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing, tadpoles, that Gemma's got Codswallop? I mean, she's normally so calm and serene.
I can't remember the last time Gemma had Codswallop.
Well, I was going to say it's been a month since we last recorded, technically. So, I think because we all had all of December off, I've got plenty of Codswallop, but I've limited it to 2 at the moment. So
Cool.
So, James, do you want to go first? Let's cover the white stuff.
Well, no, the white stuff is not covering the table. This is not Scarface. We don't mention that. Shh. No, it's I mean, the major Codswallop I've had is the constant bloody chest infection that wouldn't go. But I'm hopefully getting to the end of that now that I'm so pumped full of steroids and antibiotics.
Oh,
Sleep is like a myth because I'm just wired.
Yeah.
And so that I think hitting like October, November initially, and it's just dragged.
Yeah. For everyone else, it's been like six weeks or whatever of having it, but you've had it for about 3 months, so that's not nice at all, is it?
Yeah. It was, as the doctor kindly said to me, this has gone on too long. Let's up your medication. And if it's not done by the end of the week, I'm back in for other stuff. But that is a Codswallop, but it is what it is. And yeah, the snow, bit annoying. You know, just when you think it's gone, and it's about 6 inches deep or whatever it is, it starts snowing again. So, yeah. But, hey, everyone who is dealing with the snow is going through this chaos. But the scariest thing is I've been smart and not been out in it, apart from having to go out early today. But the sheer number of crashes is just like unbelievable. People wiping out. I'm not laughing at it. People wiping out cars and madness. But, yeah, those are my major codswallops that I can think of. There's nothing else that I can run with. Touch wood. Oh yeah, my door handle fell off. You know about that on my car. And it was actually cheaper to buy an entire handle that's come today. So I took it all apart, but I can't get the plastic off, so I'm still going to have to take it to the garage.
Oh no! Can you take it to just a mechanic rather than an Audi one?
No, it doesn't have to be Audi. I'll go to the one I normally go to. All I can say is I hope it's not glued on. I doubt it is. But I also don't want to be the person who breaks it trying to get it off. So I shall leave it as it is for the time being.
Yeah, I think that handle actually cost more than what my new car's going to cost me, didn't it? Something ridiculous like that.
If you've gone over the official Audi parts, it's like it's insane figures. But it's never like the videos you see on YouTube, where it's just like undo, and then it just pops off. No. Never. But anyway, that's it. Those are the major ones I can think of. That's the worst thing that happens. I'm good.
Sounds good. And also, with regards to the snow, because last time I spoke to you, well, not spoke to you, but with regards to like texting and stuff, you said that there were some people that were sledging, in the farmer's field. Did the farmer ever catch up with them and shoot them, or
the farmer did not hunt them down? But I do remember this one year, in a very angry, I should mean one of the farm hands was like, "Someone been in this field?" I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "If the farmer finds out, he's going to go absolutely spare." But there were people in it. See, why I couldn't get over it on one of the second days. There were people in it while there was livestock in there.
No.
Yeah, sledging whilst there was livestock. Yeah.
And stupid.
Yes.
Well, what kind of livestock?
It was sheep, but it was sheep, but still pissed off sheep can be quite annoying.
Yeah.
I was going to say, they're not as soft and cuddly as you think when you're hurtling towards them at 30 miles an hour.
No, the sheep runs and, having been butted by one when I once cut through a field, it ain't pretty.
No, it isn't. That is not fun at all. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm glad, that nobody got shot. But, yeah. Is there actually rules, then, that you can't... Because, it's like a typical thing, isn't it, when snow happens, that you kind of think, oh, I'll go off in a field or I'll go somewhere with a slope, ideally not a road, and, go sledging or whatever. But I didn't think that there was actually a rule that you couldn't just go into a film. But I suppose it's private property, isn't it?
It's private land, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, snow does not negate private land laws.
Yes.
There's not a subclause that says, unless it's snowing, in which case all bets are off. There's no such thing as private land.
I mean, I would have been more impressed if the bull had been in there and he comes sledging.
Oh.
That bull's big. That bull is really big.
Well, that would have been quite fun.
No, I'd be filming it. If that bull was chasing people, I'd be like, "Oh yeah."
It makes me wish You've Been Framed was still a thing. That would have been 250 quid in the bag.
Yeah,
what would I get if there'd been a fatality?
Time. For filming instead of helping.
You could always bypass that, couldn't you? And you just put as you might have seen on some of the YouTube ones, because they do them sort of on YouTube and stuff. No one was hurt in the process of this recording. Just put a little sign up that says that.
Yeah. So you can hear the screams.
Yeah.
Nobody was hurt, but they were thoroughly embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
And they have no leg now, but they're fine. They're still alive.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't hurt when they lost their legs. It was painless. It was seamless.
They're still kicking, almost.
Oh, no.
They're still kicking. It's just involuntary.
Yeah. They keep falling over every time they do it.
James, you're full of the puns today. Well done.
Thank you. Puntastic.
You are, yes. So, Junior, what's your Codswallop then?
My Codswallop is related to my daughter, who obviously I got to see over Christmas, which was lovely.
Yep.
She came over on the 21st and went back on the 28th, so I got a nice full week with her. We did Christmas, went to see my dad, went to see my sister, went to see my mum.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Christmas Day lasts for about 4 days in our house.
Yeah.
Starts on Christmas Eve, technically, and doesn't end until like the 27th. So it was like the morning of the 27th, I was like, I finally don't have to go anywhere. I can actually enjoy my own bed for 5 minutes.
Oh. Yeah.
But no, my Codswallop is related to the ferry terminal.
Okay.
Anyone who knows or has been following, the Isle of Man built a brand new ferry terminal in Liverpool.
Okay.
We're talking millions of pounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The ramp doesn't work.
Sorry for laughing, but I kind of knew that millions of pounds and there was definitely going to be something wrong with it.
Oh, it gets even better.
Okay.
It gets even better. You see, the problem is the island is built to leave, not to go to.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
the previous terminal actually sat in the river. It was on pontoons.
Okay.
This one is permanent at the docks, and they've designed it so that the new boat that goes with this dock. So we're talking £500 million between the two projects. So they've got a brand new boat, brand new dock. Neither of them work.
I can't say I'm surprised. I really can't say I'm surprised.
No.
They've built a new entry system to get into the ferry terminal. The only problem is it's the same road whether you're dropping off or boarding.
Oh, for God's sake.
So if you're in
Gridlock
that
then.
queue,
Yeah.
yes. As I was leaving, I had 2 cars nearly come head on into me because they were dropping off. So they decided to go into the opposite lane.
Yeah.
And yeah, the boat was sat in the ferry for the boat was sat in the terminal for an hour, and they had to offload passengers with the cars because the ramp for the foot passengers and luggage wouldn't connect.
Oh, for God's sake.
I love technology.
Yeah. So what should have been like a 20-30 minute turnaround turned into an hour and a half.
Oh, dear.
And another cock up of the wonderful design is that the car park for drop-off has 10 spaces. 2 of them are disabled, naturally, and the rest of it is built to accommodate a double-decker bus because they now have to run a shuttle bus because it used to be you could walk from the town centre, get to the terminal. Now you can't.
Right.
So now they have to run a shuttle bus. All the taxis park on the pavement, which blocks the bus, which then blocks the traffic up all the way back to the island. And it's the single island where all the traffic meets for loading and for drop-offs. It's an absolute nightmare. I hate it. And it just ruined out because I'm just like, well, I'm here. What do I do now? The check-in lounge, as it were, doesn't have enough room for there to be a separate queue for the ticket office and security for getting onto the boat. So those 2 lines merge, end up going out the door. It's freezing cold. It's automatic doors. They're constantly open. The whole thing's a complete shambles.
Yes.
And it's Christmas.
I was going to say, everyone's up to 90 anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it's like when you go to an airport, no one is ever focused properly, so chaos ensues.
There seems to be only 2 members of staff on site, both of them running around like headless chickens by the looks of things, trying to get everything sorted or at least find out what's going on. And I just think all that money spent, and it's clearly been designed by someone who's never been to the site.
Yeah.
So it probably all sounded great on paper. So it was like when they were pitching it, they were like, oh, this will be brilliant, this will be great. Have a quick one-way system. It'll be there's plenty of room. That's plenty of space. No,
Nope.
no, because I also found out the drop-off car park is also the staff car park.
Oh, for God's sake! So it's literally like no spaces then.
There's literally 6. Like there's maybe 4 spaces if you're lucky. And when I was picking my daughter up, I parked next to a woman who got out of her car and then got on the boat.
Oh, God.
For God's sake.
I'm looking at pictures of it. It looks nice.
Yeah, it looks fantastic because it's a new build.
Yeah.
If you actually if you look at the satellite images and stuff, and you look at it on like Google Maps, you'll see how it was clearly done by committee and never seen in person. Because anyone with a brain would have just gone, "Why? Why are we doing it like this?"
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just it was an awful end cap to a lovely holiday otherwise. Do you know what I mean? It's never nice. It's never nice dropping her back, but this is the first time I've had to do it when it's been busy and the new terminal. And for a first time experience, I'm tempted to park by the old terminal and just walk around next time because it'll just be so much easier.
Yeah.
Well, if it's less stressful.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because also your daughter is a bit nervy in that situation as well, isn't she? So it can't be good for her in that sense. But
no.
I was going to ask as well, was there anything particularly wrong with the old terminal?
Not really, other than the fact that the new boat couldn't dock there.
Oh,
so
okay.
The problem that Liverpool docks has is the Mersey is quite shallow.
Okay.
It's not a problem for the fast ferry, which is called the Manannan.
The Manx.
No, sorry.
Yeah,
no. You'll understand my cock up in a minute.
Okay.
So the Manannan is a dual hull catamaran. It doesn't need a lot of water to sit in, so it can dock. It can't go in harsh weather, which means half the year the ferry terminal was unusable because they didn't have a boat that could do it. So by moving the docks, they're now moved to a deeper part of the river. So now the new boat, the Manxman, can dock. So that has now it means that no longer do I have to go to Heysham to pick her up, because the new ferry can dock in Liverpool in the winter months. And then they just swap over to the Manannan, which is the fast one, which can also still now dock in Liverpool.
Yeah.
So the idea was it was to get Liverpool dock all year round, which is why so many people were excited for it. But yeah, it's already falling apart.
Oh,
This is generally what happens with these big kind of things, that unfortunately never quite go to plan.
No.
Yeah, and unfortunately, as I said, if any of the tadpoles go and look at it, you'll also realise they can't do anything about it now. They've put themselves in a position where, well, they'd either have to close the terminal, so they're losing all that revenue.
Yeah.
They have to demolish it and start again.
Neither should they do.
They're not going to do it.
No.
They're just gonna leave it until it gets to a point where it's like, right, we now have a giant bridge from Douglas to from Douglas to the docks. You can just go across on the bridge and drive for like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That is crazy. Because the reason why I said as well is about whether the other terminal was still okay, was wondering if it was because Liverpool had been awarded some funding that they needed to quickly sort of use up or whatever. But no, it doesn't sound. Because we had that in Weymouth. We used to have roundabouts, and now we've got like a traffic lights instead of roundabouts, and it's the most dangerous thing that they've ever done to this town. And they did it just for the Olympics, but then no one came, so it was fine.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, unfortunately, this was all on the Isle of Man government. It's their money, it's their build. Liverpool just accepted it because, well, it's another feather in their cap and they don't have to pay for any of it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So they were like, yeah, it's fine. But this is not the first time the Isle of Man government has done something completely ridiculous. There is also an egg-shaped roundabout in Douglas. I am not kidding. They completely redid the entire front parade of Douglas. It looked fantastic, and then all of a sudden this egg-shaped roundabout came up, and no one knew how to navigate it, because it wasn't just the fact that it wasn't circular. It had concentric circles coming off it in white paint, like a design. So there's an egg in the middle of the road with with ever expanding rings around it, and everyone was just like, do I cross it? Do I park on it? Am I allowed to go across it? It was absolute chaos, to the point where they had to literally paint, they had to put the old-fashioned arrows back on.
Yeah.
So people understood, yes, you go round thing. It's like trying to teach cavemen how to drive.
Yeah. No, but obviously, I mean, why change things that are not broken. Do you know what I mean? It's like, for Christ's sake.
That's council. That's what the councils get for you.
Yeah. Well, stupid council. Yeah.
Stupidity by committee.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking at a picture of it. It's definitely. Oh yeah, I can see how that can create problems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's just weird.
She'll have to try and I shall find a photo and put it in the group chat. So again, the tadpoles can have a reference because it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think again, multi-million pound bill for that.
It's ridiculous. And like there's like people that are not able to have houses, you know, and they multi-million-pound builds for useless pieces of shit. But, you know, people in this country can't afford to buy a house because, you know, oh dear. Anyway, that was my own little gripe there. But so are you done with Codswallop or have you got any more?
I think that's it. My only other one is the fact that having to once again trying to explain to my father that his car insurance company doesn't care about him.
Yeah.
In the sense of, he's like, well, I got my renewal and it's like £40 more expensive. And I went, yeah.
At least it was only that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because this was the thing. So he said, I want to cancel my insurance. I said, no problem, we'll go. And I sat with him because he doesn't like technology and the fact that you now have to do most of it through computers. He's like, it fries his brain.
Yeah.
So I sat down with him and did it. And what upset him the most was the fact that the company he just left were offering the same insurance for 40 quid less than his renewal.
I know they do that for new customers, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just like, but what upset him was he started panicking. He rang me afterwards and went, they're not going to cancel the wrong policy, are they? Because in his mind, he thought he'd stopped and then rejoined, but he'd done it too quickly. So in his head, he was thinking, oh, they're going to get it mixed up. And I'm like, Dad, no, they've got different policy numbers. You'll be fine. Calm down. But yeah, there's once again coming up to Christmas and it's just like, he was just terrified. And I'm just like, Dad, it's fine. Your insurance company doesn't care. They just want your money. So give them as little as possible.
100%. I agree with that. Because how often do you actually put a claim in and things like that as well? You know,
again, touch wood, I've not put a claim in because I do so little driving, as does he.
Yeah.
So, but I do think we need to start petitioning the government for getting our insurance money back at the end of the year.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It would, you know, it's that thing of we should be getting it back if we don't claim because it's there for if anything happens.
I mean, the strangest thing on insurance is I've had to renew something recently and it was interesting. They send me a set figure. I ring them up. They can reduce it.
Yeah. So why not reduce it in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll never reduce it to the new price of coming back as a new customer.
No, probably not. But yeah,
which is just as frustrating.
Oh, it's an absolute nightmare. Oh, I hate it.
But again, my dad's 80. He doesn't need it,
no.
And yet, you know, trying to explain it to him, I was just like, Dad, don't worry, I've got it all sorted. Because I don't like taking stuff off him. You know, he is still pretty good at being independent. And it's just like, I hate to do this, but I'm like, oh, it's all right. I'll sort this out.
I think that's fair, though, isn't it? Because it's like if he's independent and then he's asking for help, or if you know for full well that he's not very good with it, like technology or whatever, then that's where you can step in and help him. But it's all right. It's good that he's still independent, though, at 80. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So that's good. So there's no shame in asking for help, folks. If you need help, ask.
Just make sure you're asking someone competent.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the other thing. Yeah. Sometimes I get asked to do stuff and I'm like, I have no idea what you've just asked me to do.
Yeah. So remember, tadpoles, ask for help, but ask the right people.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Don't ask any of us. We've got no idea what we're doing.
Yeah, correct. Not a clue.
Well, Andy, but Andy's unavailable at the moment, so, you know, we have to just deal with it ourselves.
True.
So, shall I go on to my Codswallops?
Yay!
Yay! Right, so I have 2 as well. Everyone else has got 2. This was, it was the height of Christmas. I was going into a multi-story car park in town, and behind me there was this car that had their pretty much all their windows open and their music on full blast, and their music was awful and it was just vibrating all around, and I was just finding myself getting so annoyed by it because it was just so shit music. It wouldn't have mattered if it was something that I liked, but also the fact that it was so loud, because obviously when it's in the multi-story everything echoes, doesn't it? So I was just like, that annoyed me.
They're probably deaf.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't Mariah Carey.
And no, it wasn't Christmas. It wasn't Christmas music, but it was all the sort of like techno kind of music. So the thing that's got like a real bass to it, anyway. And it's like
nice and bassy.
I was like, oh my god, this building's going to fall down in a minute if you don't turn it down. And then again, another time, I was driving along and I was behind a cyclist. It was a kid on a cyclist. He had a helmet on, so I was quite pleased with him until he decided to start doing a wheelie while driving, while riding on the road. And I was there going, oh my God, what if he falls over and I drive over him? It's like, seriously?
Yeah, you're going to have some really good dash cam footage and a really good story to tell.
Yeah, well.
To be fair, you might get a lot of points as well.
Yeah, well, positive points or bad ones.
Yeah, well, it depends how you look at it. I mean, I would say infinity points,
I can just imagine the headline in the local newspaper: "Woman cleans up gene pool."
One kid at a time.
Yep, late entry for Darwin Awards 2024.
Someone ended the year with a bang. And a crunch and a squish.
Oh, kid, do it! Oh, I can't actually beat any of those. I was going to try, and then I now waving the flag, going, nope, I can't do it. Those two are much better.
The headline would be "Kid ends year in a wheelie bad way."
Oh,
that is worthy of the Metro.
That is.
That might even be an episode title, James. Let's see. Something else might come up as well. So those were my two Codswallops. Should we quickly cover how our Christmases were and how, what we've been up to in the last, month or so?
I didn't think staff had celebrated.
Well, I have to. I thaw myself out for a couple of days. My cold, frozen, dark heart. And then, like Mariah Carey, I pop it straight back in the freezer for like.
next to Michael Bublé.
Yeah, I carbonate it like whatever the thing is on Earth in Star Wars.
like Han Solo.
Yeah,
your heart in a big carbonate block.
Go on, Gemma. Ladies first.
Okay. Well, I mean, while I've been off as well, there was a couple of things. So I do Christmas and New Year. They were pretty quiet, which was nice. Didn't have any unexpected guests, so that was fabulous. And and Boxing Day, my brother came round and we played Cards Against Humanity. So it was me, my brother, my mum, and Graham. It was quite funny. It was quite funny playing it with my mum and Graham. And eventually I won, but me and Graham did come neck and neck. So we both got 9 cards. And then we decided we had to do another round to see who would win out of the two of us, really. So, but that was really fun. And it was a lot of just chilling out and eating too much kind of thing. And although I didn't really eat too much, to be honest, it was just on the actual day, you always stuff yourself with Christmas dinner, don't you? But yeah, I wasn't really in a picky kind of mood. So I wasn't eating like chocolates and stuff like that. I've still got loads of stuff in my cupboard. It was quiet and that's what I needed. So that was actually quite nice. And like I said, the added extra of my brother coming round on Boxing Day, that was good as well.
Nice.
And then between Christmas and New Year, on the 29th, I went up to Southampton to see 5 friends of mine, which is Lucy, Chris, Ian, as you know, of Dr. Squee, James, and Nicola as well. So we all met up in Southampton, and that was a really, really fun evening. So we were drinking like cocktails and just had a really, really nice evening. And it was nice because it was like the first time that I'd been out for ages. So I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And Ian's dog Willow was there as well. So, and she's absolutely adorable. So, yes, I love her lots and lots. And of course, Mr. Socks was jealous as soon as I came home. Yeah, but no, it's really good. And well, I'll call him Dr. Squee at this point because I always get confused because I know he prefers to be called that instead of Ian on audio. But sorry, I've kind of ballsed it up now. But he did mention. Hi, Ian.
Listen, he worked very hard for that doctorate. He deserves to be given his official title.
He did mention that he's going to be potentially doing Squeefest again. So he will be in touch with getting us involved. But also, James, he wanted to do something with yourself as well.
Okay.
But I don't know. I've not had any details of that.
Let's check. This isn't going to look like Hostel, is it? When you said he wants to do something like where he get tied to a chair and tortured.
It might be.
If he starts playing the Barry White music, just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
And our drill.
Yeah.
You and I.
Nothing but a butcher's ape and a power drill.
Oh, it's all for charity, Might as well run with
charity. Organ donation.
They won't bother. I don't think any of our organs would be any good for that charity. No. And the other very embarrassing thing that I did that these two lads know about, but I'm going to admit to it that I was a female driver. And I took my car in for an MOT. Then that evening, decided to drive. And so I'm driving down the road. Absolutely fun. I can see where I'm going. Absolutely fun. Driving. And like Graham sort of waving at me and I'm waving back to him.
I didn't realise that happened.
No, I left that bit out just so I could tell you on the podcast.
You did.
He was waving at me and I was waving back. Completely oblivious. And I keep driving. And and I turn down the road, keep going, and then all of a sudden, loads of people start flashing me, and I'm like, "What?" No, I didn't do. Not really, but I was getting a bit panicked at that point because I was like, "Why is everyone flashing me?" And it turned out that I didn't have my lights on. Sorry, say again.
I was going to say, what pervert convention did you go past?
Yeah,
everyone
exactly.
With Big Macs.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it turned out that I actually didn't have my lights on because, to be fair. My car is set to automatic with the lights, so they normally just come on. But because I'd had the MOT, of course, they turned that function off. But I didn't realise that. And yes, okay, I probably should have noticed the fact that I didn't have lights on. But there were street lights and other people's car lights, so I was absolutely fine.
See, when you told me, I initially thought all that you'd done is like started the car up and gone, or moved, say, a teeny bit and gone, they're off. And actually driven for a prolonged period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your stepdad waving at you.
Yeah. Your stepdad and 90% of the populace of your small town waving at you, trying to get your attention. Now, I do have one question though, Gemma.
Go on.
Where's the switch? Where's the switch in your car for the automatic setting? Because I can actually kind of excuse this if the switch is where I think it is.
I think it's actually on the little twiddly thing. You're going to have to fill in the gap.
It's on the stalks.
Yes.
Yeah, well, then you have no excuse. If it was on, because I know some cars that setting is on the dash.
Oh, okay.
Like there's an actual switch, usually right by the driver's side door, where you switch that over to auto. So that I could excuse, but when it's on your stalks, it's the first thing you do. You set yourself up and...
Cool. Yeah, it's all right. Go on.
Mine's just on the similar kind of thing Junior was describing, where you turn it. So it's where it's in your entire light cluster setting, where you just turn it. But I know what you mean. I've been there where it's been for its MOT, you get in for those few minutes, you turn everything on, and you're like, what am I missing? Oh yeah, click. But yeah, I've touch wood not driven down the road with them off yet. Touch wood. When the police pull you over and they go, so madam, have you been drinking? And you go, no. And they go, on the radio going, no, she's not been drinking. She's just driving really fucking badly.
I have never done that. And also, Stafford, if they're pulling you over and saying, madam, I think there's other issues.
Well, we don't talk about what I dress up like at the weekend.
So that's why you haven't got your camera on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Full face makeup.
Anyway, you can't in the new century, the way things are going, you cannot assume gender.
Do you know the way that things are going, the way that things have gone, I think is what you actually should say at that point. But yeah. And with regards to the mockery, I wanted the mockery because I have been driving for about 19 years and this is the first time I've ever done it. So,
well,
but
hopefully it'll be the last time. Yes. It's all good. No one got hurt. That's the big thing.
Yeah, exactly. Apart from my heart that nearly bounced out of its
Your
chest,
ego.
but I got flashed. Oh no, I haven't got an ego about things like that. It's it happened, and I am quite embarrassed that it happened, of course. But of course, I'm bringing it up in a comical way, just so that I can get it out there for everyone to hear. So yeah. So I'm a doofus.
If it was me, I wouldn't have even known if they were flashing me, because I don't know if you've noticed this. With modern headlights, the minute they hit a bump...
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm always thinking...
That's really true.
Are they flashing me to say, like, my exhaust fell off?
Yeah.
Or are they just driving an awful car that's got really crap lights?
Yeah, exactly.
So I would have ignored them. If they were flashing me, I'd have just been like, whatever, this is either... my car's on fire, or they're just being crap. I shall accept fate either way.
Fair enough. So either of you, I know James, you were poorly over Christmas, but did you still manage to have a bit of a good time, or not really?
Yeah, no. It was, other than the lovely, horrendous ability to mimic a seal on about every minute of every day. It wasn't too bad. I was down with Dad. We were in Merseyside at his place there. That was cool. It was enjoyable. We went and we went out and walked on the beach, which was weird as hell on Christmas Day because the sea had gone right out and it was warm. It was like it was almost like it was kind of like a spring day. Very strange weather. But yeah, it was just really good. We saw some friends, and it was enjoyable.
You didn't see me though, did you?
I know, but you were with
in my neck of the woods.
I know it's shocking, but you were with your family. I was with mine. We can't destroy that.
We can't physically meet either. That'll just destroy everything.
That's true. The two Jameses meet and the entire universe.
Well, I was going to suggest a meetup at one point for like the three of us and Andy if he can make it, but I know Andy is a bit odd like that, so he doesn't like. But so if there's a Gemma in between the Jameses, it'll be all right.
Less chance of the thermonuclear explosion. And I think James is thinking that sounded wrong on many, many levels. I understand where his mind's gone on that.
I'm thinking a Gemma Sandwich is the title of this podcast.
Yeah.
Well, we could attract some some new, very niche viewers with that title.
We could.
Yeah, but they'll be disappointed.
Well, that's when we just have to line off them the Codswallop After Dark segment.
To be honest, once we got at least like 5 minutes of listening, that counts as a download, so I'm fine with that.
Sold.
Should we go back and re-record like the first 5 minutes of the podcast with dirty talk?
Yes.
Yeah,
but the retention.
If we want to do that, I'm going to confuse them with the dirty talk of, yes, I was handling my new car door and I've got grease all over my hands.
Is it shiny? Is it sticky?
It's shiny and it's kind of dirty, and the smell of the oil and the grease. Oof, yeah.
Rub those hands together. Rub them together. Oh, it's going everywhere.
Get the Swarfiga on.
Sir, you spoil us.
Oh, Christ. So scrap that, Salty Tadpoles. If you've got this far, then tell your friends to listen to the last 5 minutes of this episode.
You're very brave.
Yeah.
So, James, did you have a nice Christmas and New Year? Sorry, Junior, even?
I did. as I say, have my daughter over Christmas, which does turn it into a little bit of a circus.
Yeah.
Because it's like, right, now she's here for the week. It's Christmas Eve is at the in-laws, so I go see my mother-in-law. Then Christmas Day is for us, or at least in the morning. And then I went to see my dad and my sister on Christmas Day. My wife helped cook Christmas dinner at my dad's house, which was great because my dad finally got to see my wife being in boss mode.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, I could do this anytime. I said, yeah, you shut up and you do as you're told. Otherwise, you have a very angry 5'2" Scouser in range of knives.
Yep, I can see that being scary.
Yeah.
But no, so that was wonderful because, again, my dad's still feeling a bit down after losing his brother.
Of course,
just before Christmas. So having family round and just like spending time with him and just openly saying, no, we're coming. My wife actually rang him just before and was like, no, we're coming. You better be ready. This isn't an option. This is not a choice. We're coming. So, and then, as I say, I spent Boxing Day with my mum and my stepdad, and we spoilt my German Shepherd rotten by giving him nightmare fuel.
Oh, okay. What's that?
It's a dog toy, right?
Okay.
And on the outside, it's a plush shark with a really exaggerated grin.
Okay.
Almost like Joker-esque. But inside is a hard plastic ball that has a motor in it, so it spins and it makes noise.
Okay.
What it doesn't tell you is the noise is that of a dog in distress.
Oh.
It's supposed to be random noises, but apparently ours got stuck on tortured puppy.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And every time he drops it, it goes off, vibrating and screeching. So for the entire evening, we're trying to sit there, have a lovely time, and out the corner of the room, we just hear him drop it again. It goes, oh, 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 oh. And I keep running in thinking he's hurt himself and he's just lashing this toy around. I'm like, oh my God, kill it, take the batteries out as soon as we can.
Yes.
Out of interest, can you video this? Because I'm intrigued to see this.
I'm going seeing him tomorrow, so I will certainly try if he hasn't eaten it already.
Yes.
Cool.
If he hasn't eaten it and destroyed it, and it's still in one piece, I will try and record it.
Yeah,
because it's pure nightmare fuel. I don't know what my stepdad was thinking when he bought it.
Out of interest, did either of you find that all you'd consumed for about 3-4 days afterwards was basically protein? Because I was eating turkey for breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
Not a problem. I have no problem with that, but.
I don't either, but I can beat that in that I had every I had every kind of meat except turkey.
Ah, interesting. Go on.
Because Christmas Eve, we had beef.
Yep.
We had pork. We had, again, chicken and all sorts at my mother-in-law's. Then ours, my wife made a gammon, which was marinated in full sugar Coke.
Ooh.
It's awesome.
I've never done that. I will have to give that a try.
In a slow cooker.
Yep.
Yeah.
We marinate it overnight in, I think it was 6 tablespoons of honey and half a litre of full sugar Coke.
But it also can be done with, it can also be done with Diet Coke as well, just so that everyone knows. In case that there's diabetes involved or whatever like that. But yeah.
Well, unfortunately, it does work, but it doesn't quite taste the same because it's the sugar that you need to caramelize.
Ah, yeah, good point. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, when you've eaten this, you may not have been diabetic originally, but by the end of that meal,
you will be. Especially because it's so Moorish because it falls apart. So you'll eat half a gammon to yourself.
Yeah.
And this was like a 5 kilogram ham. Ham.
Yeah.
But we had that partnered with duck and lamb.
Nice. Yep.
And then Boxing Day, we rounded it off with more chicken.
Oh my God.
More chicken, more pork pies full of various other Christmas. My mum is a big fan of Booth's, the supermarket.
Yep.
And they do a lot of Christmas themed big sharing pork pies. So they'll top it with stuffing and cranberry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, between protein and chocolate, I think those were the only things I consumed.
Have you ever thought of taking up competitive bodybuilding?
No. I like the eating bit. I don't like the exercise.
I have a question.
Go on, Gemma.
What is Booths?
It's a supermarket.
Okay, is that like a northern supermarket or something?
Think Waitrose in the country.
Yes, it's very good. We've got a few of them. They're brilliant.
Okay.
It's very much, it's a very upmarket supermarket. It's a bit like M&S Foods if it had an even bigger stick up its arse.
Oh, I will say
more
though,
condescending.
Yeah, but not that expensive.
No,
that's good then.
Seriously, for what it is, and it is a lovely shopping experience. It's not that expensive.
Well, ours is actually built into an old World War II aircraft.
Good lad,
hangar.
I can see you doing weights. Good man, good man.
Yeah, so everyone is about doing a workout at this point. James is not on camera, so we've just assumed he's naked.
I can do my weights if you want. I've got them here.
Okay.
Hang on, who's a bigger?
I don't know
Mine.
what weight level you want. Yeah, Gemma, she's stronger than all of us put together.
She has to be to put up with us.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. When I'm in gym,
to be to keep us in line.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm not doing very well though, because you're both making lots of noise now.
Well, I put the weight down. It's okay.
I know. I can hear. Although to be fair, Junior's not actually making any noise with his, so it's all good. He's a good boy.
You told me off last time.
I know. I know.
I'm sorry, mine are metal, so they're a bit. They rattle about a bit.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So it looks as though everyone's lost their attention span on this episode now because they're busy pulling faces and doing weights.
I think Jeannie's just had a stroke.
So I think that we've been talking enough Codswallop this week. I have been Gemma.
I've been James.
And I have been Junior.
Yes, you have. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.